Have you ever looked at the price of silver and thought, wait, why is this metal so valuable? I mean, it's not gold. It doesn't get the same attention. It doesn't have the same glamour. But what if I told you that silver might actually be one of the most important and underrated metals in the world right now? And what if I also told you that artificial intelligence, yes, AI, the tech everyone's talking about, is quietly pushing silver prices higher? Sounds a little out there, right? Well, buckle up. Because once you see how all of this connects, you might start looking at silver in a whole new light. And more importantly, you'll understand why 2025 could be a huge year for this so-called second-place metal. Let's start with some facts. In 2024, silver prices jumped by a whopping 34%. That's a big move. We're talking about a metal that's usually considered pretty stable. And for the first time in over a decade, silver broke the $35 per ounce mark. So what's driving this surge? At first glance, you might think it's just another commodity bounce. But when you look deeper, you start to see a powerful combination of technological innovation, supply challenges, and financial uncertainty, all creating the perfect environment for silver to shine. Let's start with technology, more specifically, artificial intelligence. You already know AI is changing everything, from how we search the internet, to how companies automate tasks, to how we drive, create, shop, and even invest. Experts predict that AI could add over $15.7 trillion to the global economy by 2030. But what does that have to do with silver? Well, AI doesn't run on thin air. It needs infrastructure, physical hardware, to process all that data. And guess what one of the best metals is for conducting electricity quickly and efficiently? You got it, silver. Silver is used in semiconductors, circuit boards, wiring, and high-performance computing components. As AI models grow in size and complexity, they need more and more power, which means more servers, more chips, and more silver. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Now let's talk about electric vehicles. Each EV on the road uses roughly 50 grams of silver. That might not sound like much, but when you consider how many EVs are being made right now, and how many more will be produced in the next few years, the numbers get big, fast. In 2024, EV production is expected to top 17 million units globally. Multiply that by 50 grams each, and you start to see how EVs alone are becoming a massive source of silver demand. Governments around the world are pouring money into EV infrastructure. In the US, there's over $1.1 billion committed to charging networks, battery innovation, and green transportation. Then there's solar energy. You might not know this, but silver is absolutely essential for photovoltaic cells, the little tech inside solar panels that turns sunlight into usable electricity. In fact, silver is so good at conducting light that it's basically the backbone of solar energy production. And with more countries pushing for net zero emissions and massive solar expansion, demand for silver in this sector is going through the roof. In 2023, solar accounted for almost 60% of all new electricity generation capacity worldwide. And guess what? Every one of those solar panels contains silver. We're entering a future where everything is smart and green, and silver is in the middle of all of it. Now, all this sounds like a good reason for silver demand to rise. But here's the real twist: supply isn't keeping up. In 2024, the silver market faced a supply deficit of 182 million ounces. That's not a minor shortage, that's a major red flag. It means we're using significantly more silver than we're producing. And we've been doing that for a few years now. Silver mines aren't opening fast enough, recycling rates aren't high enough, and refining silver from other metals is expensive and time-consuming. So you've got booming demand and tightening supply. What do you think happens to the price? Let's shift gears for a second and talk about silver as an investment. Most people think of gold as the go-to safe haven asset, and to be fair, gold is great at holding value when markets get scary. But silver is often overlooked. And that's starting to change. See, silver has something gold doesn't: industrial demand. It's used in real-world tech. And yet, it still carries those classic safe haven benefits. It's physical, it's real. It's not tied to an algorithm or an internet connection. You can't hack a silver coin. With all the market volatility driven by things like AI-powered trading bots, silver is gaining popularity as a more tangible hedge against risk. You might remember the 2010 flash crash, when algorithms sent the stock market into a tailspin in a matter of minutes. That kind of thing is still possible today, and it could become even more common as AI-driven trading takes over more of the financial system. Silver acts like a kind of insurance policy. If digital systems go haywire, or inflation rises, or fiat currencies weaken, silver stays solid. Now let's talk value. Right now we're seeing a gold to silver ratio of around 90. That means it takes 90 ounces of silver to equal the price of 1 ounce of gold. Historically, when this ratio is that high, silver is considered undervalued and usually sees a big rebound. Gold is currently priced at over $2,900 per ounce. Silver? Let that sink in for a moment. One of the most critical metals in AI, EVs, solar, and global infrastructure is still trading at a massive discount. Even the World Bank expects silver to rise another 7% in 2025 and another 3% in 2026. That's just the conservative estimate. If current trends continue, or even accelerate, those numbers could be much higher. So what does all of this mean? It means silver is at the center of two major forces: explosive industrial growth and rising global uncertainty. That combo makes it incredibly unique in today's market. It's not just a shiny metal, it's a strategic asset. And here's the thing, this isn't just about making a quick buck. It's not about hype or headlines, it's about understanding the big picture. Silver plays a critical role in the technology of tomorrow. And at the same time, it's one of the few assets you can actually hold in your hand that's been trusted for centuries. So, can silver soar in 2025 because of AI and everything else we've talked about? Honestly, yes. From everything we've seen, it's not just possible, it's already happening. If you're thinking about investing, make sure to do your own research. Know the risks. Look at your timeline, and think about how silver fits into your bigger strategy. But if you're looking for something with long-term value, strong utility, and real staying power, silver might be worth a closer look. Thanks so much for watching. If you learned something new, or you're just as fascinated by silver's future as I am, go ahead and smash that like button, drop a comment below to share your thoughts, and subscribe for more videos just like this. Your support helps us grow the channel and bring you more smart content every single week. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.